Hey YouTubers, Mike Borges with the Mike Borges channel. Thank you for watching. Today we're working on our Chevy Cruze, and unfortunately we have a coolant leak, and it's in the top right corner of the engine compartment. The overflow coolant reservoir tank, unfortunately, is leaking. Who has ever owned a car that has a leaking coolant reservoir? No one, right? Well, Chevy Cruze owners, unfortunately, are experiencing it more often than not, and that's kind of a bummer. So let's take a look. Here's the black 2012 Chevy Cruze Eco 1.4 cylinder, and what I want to show you right now, I'm going to start the engine, let the engine warm up, and I'm going to show you exactly where the coolant leak is taking place. At the front of the car, the engine is running and beginning to warm up, and I apologize as I get the camera closer to the engine, it might be a little loud. However, I want to direct our attention to the top right corner of the engine, and here is your coolant reservoir tank. And you've got a return line or a rubber hose connected to the top portion, and then down at the bottom you have the larger hose, and where the larger hose connects itself to the actual bottom portion of the reservoir right here, I'm not sure if you can see it yet, but that portion is leaking. I'm going to continue to let the engine warm up, and it should leak here shortly. The engine is continuing to warm up, and on the very bottom, I don't know if you can see it, let me zoom in there and run my hand on the bottom portion of the hose. There is definitely a leak. As you can see, the coolant is coming out. So as the engine continues to warm up, it's going to continue to leak at a faster rate. Right now it's not leaking too bad, however, I mean, it's starting to leak pretty good now. So it could be a few different things. Number one, this tank has cracked where the connection point feeds out and allows the hose to connect, and that clamp secures it, makes that coolant tight or watertight seal. And because it's cracked, that watertight seal is no longer possible. Hence, that's why it's leaking on the very bottom portion. So another option, you could have a warped hose. However, that's unlikely. With the Chevy Cruze, this is a very common issue, and a lot of people that are owning the Chevy Cruze are having to replace this actual coolant reservoir. So with that said, we are going to remove this entire coolant reservoir and install a brand new one. Engine is now off, and I recommend letting the engine sit overnight. However, if you don't have that much time, a minimum of 3 to 5 hours, honestly, do not, I repeat, do not open this cap right after you shut the engine off, because the engine is warm and this coolant system has built so much pressure, and in the event that you open this cap, unfortunately, this cap is going to fly out of your hand, and this coolant, very hot, is going to burst out and spray all over your face and into your eyes, and it's going to burn, and that is not good. So with that said, again, do not open this cap after you turn the engine off with the engine warm. Let the engine sit overnight and cool off, or a minimum of 3 to 5 hours. At that point, put a towel over the cap, and when you twist this cap, any excess pressure inside this reservoir tank is going to be released and spray no further than into the towel, protecting your face and eyes. That's it, YouTubers. As you can see, we have a slow, gradual leak from the actual hose portion in the bottom corner of that reservoir tank. Now it's time to fix it. Join us at the next video. We are going to show you the step-by-step process on how to properly and carefully replace that coolant reservoir. Do us a favor, below the video you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely go to your settings, turn on your YouTube notification bell. Once you do that, every video that we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us, and that will be awesome. Thanks again. We'll see you at the next video.